All right, so I did 57 deals my first year in real estate. I've done every single method of prospecting you could think of. Calling, door knocking, ads, flyers, you name it. I've done every single type of video that exists on social media. And knowing what I know today and given the current state of, I guess, the environment that is being a realtor, this is what I would do differently if I could go back. I'm 𝐎𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐒, Vancouver realtor and team leader. I like to teach agents about how to attract clients on social media. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and let's get into it. So first, before I tell you what I would have done differently, I'm gonna tell you what I actually did. So basically in the beginning, I was doing 50 to 70 calls a day. I was shooting specifically 2 TikToks a day, an Instagram story, and then I would door knock once or twice a week. And then I would do an open house once to twice a week. And what I found worked the best for me was just, shooting informational videos on specifically TikTok. So I'd like green screen a news article, give my opinion on the news article, or I would do, a rendering of a new construction project and talk about the project, or I would do, a short form property tour of like a new construction sales center or somebody's house or something like that. And because the market was pretty good, I was actually able to completely stop doing everything aside from just shoot 2 TikTok videos a day. This was the last quarter of 2021 and basically like the first 2-3 months of 2022. And that's all I had to do was 2 TikToks a day. And I did 57 deals that first year. I eventually upped my output to 3 to 5 TikToks a day. I started a podcast in May of 2022. And then eventually I started a YouTube channel in September of 2022. And again, the YouTube channel was kind of similar to some of the content I was doing on TikTok, where it was just the long form version of, the market updates, the news articles, the, investing, like how to invest style content. That was what that YouTube channel was based around. But the bulk of my business, pretty much all of it, came from those 2 TikTok videos a day. So this is what I would do today to build a ragingly successful real estate business in today's environment. The videos that I was shooting on TikTok, the very raw talking head style information-based content, did well on TikTok, but it did not perform very well on Instagram. And as a result, I did post on Instagram regularly, but pretty much saw no growth in the first 2.5 years of posting on Instagram. TikTok kind of caters to a more crude style. It doesn't really look like an ad type of content, whereas Instagram, your content typically has to be a little bit more professional. TikTok, you're fine just pulling out your phone, no microphone, nothing, and just recording a video. Instagram typically likes to cater to a higher quality of video on their feed. Therefore, the videos I was shooting on TikTok did not perform very well on Instagram. However, then what I started doing earlier, or I guess later last year of 2023, I decided to up the amount of volume that I was doing with my short form property tours. And pretty much right away, my Instagram account blew up from 5,000 followers to 22,000 followers in a matter of 60 days. Not only that, my TikTok following also blew up with the property tour videos. Property tour videos tend to capture a much larger audience. There's a much larger addressable market share within shooting property tour videos in comparison to information style, market update style videos. Because there's only so many people who are gonna care about what's going on in your specific real estate market, but we all like looking at nice properties. Doesn't matter if you're in Mexico, South America, whatever. If you see a $500,000 condo anywhere in the world and somebody's showcasing it in a high resolution video, you're probably gonna watch it. And property tour videos, like the purpose of me doing those property tour videos was actually to grow the Instagram. I figured I needed to change up the content if I wanted to grow on Instagram. And what I found is on Instagram, they tend to push your video more worldwide. They kind of just show it to whoever they think will be interested in that video, whereas TikTok is more local. They will push your video out to people locally, then based on how it's received locally, then they will decide to show it to people internationally. So I needed a style of content that was going to be bumped, that was going to be well received if it was pushed out internationally, and that was property tours. So what I would have changed and what I would do today, and I love this and recommend all new agents do this, is I would have shot as many property tour videos as possible. Ideally 1 a day, but I understand how difficult that is once you start actually getting busy and having clients. So I would shoot for 1 a day, but minimum, never miss. This is the minimum standard. You do not miss this. 3 a week. So I would still put out the information style, talking head, very crude, style videos where I talk about the economy, the market, blah, blah, blah. But I would mix in more short form property tour videos just to be able to grow my Instagram and my TikTok. And plus, property tour videos tend to attract a different demographic of clientele, which I will go into further in a little bit here. Now, the next thing I would have done is I would have started that YouTube channel pretty much right away from the day that I got licensed, instead of a year after I had already been licensed, because today I would have 2.5 years of that snowball rolling and piling up instead of only a year and a half. Now, I do have a YouTube channel that has just under 1,500 subscribers that I do use to attract clientele. However, if I could go back today, the type of content that I would have chose to put out on that channel would be drastically different than what I'm putting out today. Knowing what I know today, I would have made that YouTube channel with the goal of attracting buyers who are relocation buyers, so people moving from other parts of the country or other parts of the province to my local market. And I would have also wanted to attract sellers, so specifically those two types of clients. And the way I would have done that is, one, I would have posted informational style videos based on my neighborhood and cities around my local market. As an example, top 5 areas to live in blank city, top 3 pros and cons of living in blank, top 5 things I wish I knew before moving to blank city versus blank city. What's another one I can throw at you guys? I don't know. You get the idea. Top 3 this and that, top 7 reasons why, 5 things I wish I knew, 5 facts you need to know before you move to X city, top 5 sub areas in blank city, top 5 most affordable areas in blank city, etc. Then I would have posted vlog style videos with just a $200 gimbal, walking around talking about certain sub areas, certain cities, certain areas within my local market, right? So now I've got information on the areas and I've got the videos actually showing what the areas look like. Boom, that's gonna attract your relocation buyers. Next, I would have done long form property tour videos, and this is gonna mesh really well with the neighborhood informational videos and the vlog tours, because now people get to actually see how much a property is and what they look like in each of those areas. Now, why would I do this instead of what I did do? So number one, relocation buyers are some of the easiest buyers to work with, in my opinion, because one, they don't know anybody else in your city, likely. They don't know any other realtors. So if they've seen your content, they trust you, you're likely going to be the realtor of choice with no competition or no second guessing it. Secondly, because they don't know anything about your market, they pretty much have to rely on you and trust you for your guidance, experience, advice, etc., etc. Whereas if you're working with somebody who's bought and sold 4 or 5 homes within this market, they always seem to think that they know better than you, and you're constantly dealing with that and trying to explain to them why they're wrong without actually saying you are wrong. Well, with the relocation buyers, you're probably going to be dealing with a lot less of that, just because they don't know what the prices are of these areas. They don't know that that area is a more prestigious area than this area. There's going to be a lot less headache, I would believe, and a lot less objection handling with a relocation buyer. Secondly, when your property tour videos actually start getting views, the type of clientele, and by the way, this is why I started doing them on short form as well, and it has worked amazing for me, is you will attract seller leads. You will have a bunch of people who own property that will watch your videos. I don't know why. Me and my fiance watch property tour videos on YouTube too. We don't know why we do that. We do. We watch videos of literally where we live. But you will have people who own homes who watch your videos, and subconsciously they'll be thinking, hey, our last realtor never made videos like this when they listed our house, right? He just put it on the MLS and did absolutely nothing and waited till it sold and collected the 30 grand check. I want this guy to sell my house next time, because he looks like he works hard. He's doing it new school. He's finding innovative ways to list and sell the property. And this is exactly what's happened for me since I've started shooting short form property tour videos. I literally picked up 20 listings in the last 2 months just from shooting short form property tour videos. Now, my current YouTube channel, That Agent Kelly, does bring me leads and it does sell homes. But one, I don't necessarily enjoy talking about the economy and the real estate market every single week. And number two, the type of buyer that this content attracts is an analytical type resale property buyer, which, again, if you're a new agent, is still amazing. Like, I'm not saying don't work with these people. Like, you can still make a lot of money servicing this type of buyer. However, the scalability with a resale buyer, and specifically an analytical type resale buyer, is extremely low, because it's going to take a lot of your time. You got to go to showings. They're going to see multiple properties. They're going to want numbers and breakdowns on each property. It's going to take up a lot of your time to service these types of buyers. And it is probably the least scalable, most linear faucet or facet of our business where you can actually sell homes and make money from. So if I could go back to the beginning, I would have started that YouTube channel right away and I would have aimed it at the clientele that I actually want to work with. Now, the second overall reason why I would have chose to make this style of content on YouTube over what I'm doing now is just the overall, again, the addressable market share, right? When you're shooting long form property tour videos, the amount of potential people that style of video can reach is pretty much unlimited, as opposed to, making a video about Airbnb being banned in Vancouver. There's only a very small percentage of people who are actually going to care about that style of video. And then to add to that, every video you put out on this channel is what we call an evergreen video. Top 5 pros of living in Chicago is going to be a relevant video 5 years from now. It will likely continue to get views 5 years from now. Doing a neighborhood vlog tour is going to get views 5 years from now, and showcasing a luxury townhome in a nice area is going to get views 5 years from now. Where my current videos right now, where I talk about market updates and the economy and all this stuff, 3 to 5 days from now is already obsolete information. So it's like I have to work 10 times harder to get that snowball rolling, where it's like with evergreen videos, you put the work in once and then you get paid for that effort the rest of your career. And don't get me wrong, I do put out evergreen videos on my channel. However, the bulk of the videos that I'm putting out are not evergreen because I have to stay current with what's happening in the market. So to recap, if I was a brand new agent, this is what I would do. Minimum 3 short form property tour videos a week to 7. If you just did that, you would be completely fine. If you know about the economy, you know about real estate, mix in some talking head videos, actually giving value to the people and showing your knowledge. I would then take those property tours, repost them on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube Shorts, which I didn't even mention earlier in this video. But if you're gonna make this YouTube channel, which you should, you can now post the short form versions of these property tours onto your YouTube channel as well. I would then start a YouTube channel right away, making informational neighborhood videos, neighborhood vlog tour videos, as well as long form property tour videos. And if you just do that and do that consistently, in 3 months, you will have a lot of business, probably more business than you would actually know how to handle. So if you like this, subscribe to the channel. If you want more of this, like this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.